Hello friends, we're back in the office today. We're gonna work on this bad boy. All of my books have made their way up here. I also got a lamp. She's very cute and I like her. And yeah, my rainbow shelves are done. I'm pretty sure I showed you that. And now it's time to figure out what to do with the rest of the books. So I am going to do my best to fit them all on this one shelf. And if it doesn't work, I do have my other big wonky bookcase downstairs. However, we think we're going to use that for record storage for now, but I gotta figure it out. So yes, let's do our best to get all of these books nice and set. Let's find them their homes. I also want to share that I have unpacked my clothes enough that I have moved all of the spring and summer stuff into this closet, which is great. I have put my little depop bin down here along with returns. Then this side has my jackets. So this will be my little jacket area along with my scarves up there and an extra pair of shoes. So this side is probably going to be open all the time. And then I'm gonna fit whatever else I can freaking fit in there. It is so nice to have another closet because our closet is pretty okay. But compared to the last place, we had a lot more closet space. So this is coming in clutch. And this is what some of my books look like right now. The rest are hiding in these boxes. And I also have my stuffed animals and my art. I still need to get this situation sorted, but I need frames for some of my art first, so. I really like how the top shelf looks here, but I'm probably gonna need that space. So we'll see if it stays that way. And then, you know, those books, pretty much all of the ones on this middle shelf, I was planning on getting rid of them. So I don't know why I put them there. I'm gonna take them off again because they likely will be donated. Okay. Like I said, I like this. I'm gonna keep this for now and we'll see if I have to change it. Also, the vision. I have some really big, I have some very big posters from when I lived in New York, like from my New York apartment that I never put up in our last two places. I don't know why, but they're huge. And I think they'd look very nice on either side of this bookshelf. So I need to get frames for those. But those are gonna go there. It's not just gonna stay empty and awkward. So figured I'd share. All right. I have no idea where this stuff is gonna go. Because I have in essence sacrificed 2 bookshelves to the greater cause of our home and storage. However, that means it's getting kind of tight in here. So, we're just gonna see what works. If I have piles of books too, I think that's kind of cute. I did that. I also keep tripping over these piles. So, actually, now that I say it, maybe I don't want that. I also was sent a TikTok by my friend Michael, and apparently, you should be checking your books for mold. Like your hardcovers, you should check in between the jackets and the covers for mold. Never would have thought of that, and it's terrifying me, so I will be doing that as I go as well. I feel like the general thought is just to go alphabetical, see how much we fit in here, and if I end up having to put more in the colored ones, I can do that with like the white and the black books for sure, and then we'll see about others. But we can also just like push these to the end and hope for the best. So let's see what we can finagle. You can't even like really see all the piles, but they're there, I promise you. I do in fact need to put on a podcast as I'm doing this so I don't lose my mind. So. Quick epiphany. I'm thinking, you know how that has a little fun, that is a fun little section on the end is kind of like a bookend. I'm gonna do bookends on rotating sides of all my shit that I need to figure out where to put, and hopefully everything will fit and we'll be golden. So let's see how that works out. Hi besties, it's a couple days later. I just got back from running a couple errands and we have precious moments of sunlight left. I wanted to wrap up this video because my camera died in the middle of me putting together my bookshelf. So that was cute. But I wanted to show you the finished product. The rest of the office, absolute disaster right now. I feel like I've regressed in the unpacking. But I also got a thrift book order in. So I will be sharing that with you as well. So here we go. Once again, do not perceive anything else, but look at her. Okay. So we kept the top the same, and then we just went alphabetical for the way down. Ah, I love her. So I got my little mirror in here. So cute. And then over here, this just felt like an appropriately witchy corner because this is where that shelf started. And then obviously I have my tarot decks, and then this as well is also a tarot deck. It's just in a huge container that's beautiful in velvet. And then this is my picture of the three witches from Macbeth. I was gifted it when I worked on it in college and I love it. So I'm happy to have it out year round. And we're going down. Then once again, we're just going alphabetical. And I put my little, it's technically a snowman according to Target, but I think this is just 3 disco balls, and I will be keeping it out once again year round because it's cute. So next row, my little Shakespeare candle, more bookies, and then we got down to the bottom and I got a little nervous, so I had just big books left pretty much, so I just did this little stack, and then I have a little abominable snowman that I got from my last bookstore job, so he's just sort of hanging out there. And I'm so thrilled with how this came out. And then over in this corner, this is what I'm about to show you, but I don't have enough room or anywhere to put my plays right now. And so as a theater major, I could have purchased many more plays, but I kept it pretty tame. But I'm planning on getting some kind of like, I don't know, maybe like a console table or like some cute thing that is not a full bookshelf for me to put these on. Perhaps I'll do like floating shelves or something. That could be an idea, maybe. Hey, so like I said, I placed a thrift books order because when we were initially setting this up, I had so much room, but that's because I was missing 2 boxes of books. So I was not getting an accurate representation of how much room I actually had on my shelves. However, it's okay. It'll be fine. I'll figure it out. But as I said, thrift books order. They're having their Black Friday sale. They've been having it for at least a week because I did it on payday. And everything was so cheap. I think every single book, except for one, I got was $5 or less. So I figured there were a couple books I wanted to read that I had on my list from TikTok or whatsoever. And there are a few books, specifically one series, that I really loved in high school, I think, like beginning of high school. And I never finished it because I just fell off the reading bandwagon and they were all on sale. So I was like, you know what? I'll buy the series. We'll read the whole thing and we'll have some fun. Oh, yes. They're looking good so far. I'm just opening all these packages so it's easier to show you. But yeah, no more book buying for me for a little while. Just because I don't have the room again. Which is so silly funny of me. I do have, wow, brain blast. I do have 2 other bookshelves. One Kenan is using, so I can't really use that one. But one is downstairs. And we're planning on using it for records, but there's still room on that bad boy. So I can reclaim. I can do that. I can make that work. I also don't know. They sent this in 4 separate packages and they all came on the same day. So, and they all say that they're from like the warehouse in Texas. So I don't really understand why they did that. But also with this order, I officially gained a free book in rewards. So haven't purchased that yet, but I'll save it for a little while. 5 separate packages. That's right, because one came yesterday. So that makes sense. It smells like pasta sauce. That's weird. I got a lot more books than I remember getting. They were all really cheap. I only spent like $40. Maybe I had like, I don't think I had credits. That's just how cheap all this was. I think every single book was like $5. I'm done talking about how cheap they were and how I don't have room for them. I'm just gonna show them to you now. So let's start off with that series that I mentioned. This is the Raven Boys series, which Maggie Stiefvater, she was the ultimate YA fantasy romance author. Shiver changed my life. I loved that series to the grave and back. And I started the Raven Boys and I got up to like, I got through the Raven Boys and Dream Thieves, which are the first 2. And then I just forgot about it. And here we have Blue Lily, Lily Blue, and The Raven King. And so these are books 3 and 4 of, it's technically called the Raven Cycle series, but it's the Raven Boys. And I'm excited to reread and just like finish that series. I love when series like finish and I find them again, especially if I really loved the series back when it was still like being published and I just forgot about it. So this is very exciting for me. I'm excited to read these. Okay, speaking of series, these next 2 are The Assassin's Blade and Heir of Fire by Sarah J. Maas. I have The Throne of Glass, the first book. Where is it? Oh yeah, it's on my rainbow shelf. I have the first book. I love these covers. These are recently released like as of this year, I think. And I love them so much more than the other covers that they used to be. So when I saw that these specifically were on sale, I was like, you should pick them up. It's just smart to do it now because you're gonna do it eventually. So these were the only ones they had. I'm guessing they probably sold out of a lot of the other ones. So I'm excited to have those. I've been fiending for some ACOTAR recently and I just reread them. Like I'm talking about maybe 2 months ago. I don't know what's wrong with me. So I think it might be about time I start another Sarah J. Maas series. And Throne of Glass is looking like it. Oh, oh, ooh, I was wrong. I had another Crown of Midnight. This one's pretty. I like that cover a lot. Oh yeah. Okay, slay. Okay, it's definitely gonna have to be that one because I have the most in that series then that I physically own. Right. The rest are one-off books. Next we have Sadie by Courtney Summers. And this is another YA, but this is like thriller horror book. It's giving Paper Towns, but murder. And that's all I'll say about that. It was in a TikTok like compilation of my favorite scary books video that came out around Halloween. Kenan sent it to me and it's been on the list. And then this is another one that was on a couple of those lists, but also I had seen at my old bookshop. Pinata by Leopoldo Gout. Look at that cover. Like, that's metal as fuck, bro. That looks so cool. This one is also meant to be, this is also YA horror as far as I know. So it looks like they go to Mexico, catch a ghost, bring it back to New York with them, and shit gets real. Love. Next we have Simone St. James, The Haunting of Maddie Clare. I have heard nothing but great things about Simone St. James, and I really, really want to read the Book of Cold Cases. They didn't have it, and my library has been sold out of it every time I've looked. Maybe I should look again now while I'm thinking about it. Next, The Only Survivors by Megan Miranda. I have not read a Megan Miranda book. I hear that she's kind of like Sherry Lapina. But I've heard really good things, and she was highly recommended at my bookstore job. So I figured it was time. The book was literally $4, so why would I not? Next is Serpent and Dove by Shelby Mahurin. The cover is just so stunning. It was just beautiful. It's another YA fantasy romance. I mean, it's a witch and a witch hunter, and they are forced into an arranged marriage. So like, it sounded like it would be great. And I'm excited about it. So it's a thickie too. I'm really on the YA kick recently. I just like, they're all sounding like really great premises, and I'm down. Next, I'm so excited about this one. I got the stunning edition of Dracula, and it's got little bats on the side. Great. And then the back is his little bag. It's so cute. It has Edward Gorey pictures. Like, look at that. That's so fucking sick. I'm so excited. And it has doodles throughout. And so, essentially, I signed up for Dracula Daily, which is a program that they do every year where you'll get an email of a snippet from Dracula that's dated the day you are receiving it. So you can read the story like in real time as it's happening because it's journal entries. But they started going to my spam email. And I don't know why, because I was opening them and reading them. But I did not notice that for like a month. And then it became just too overwhelming to pick up again. So I figured, you know what? I'll just sit down and read it in one go. And she's just beautiful. This is like velvety. I just love her. Very fun, spooky edition. And then finally, this is the only book I paid full price for because it's brand new. This is Never Whistle at Night, an Indigenous dark fiction anthology. Edited by Shane Hawk and Theodore C. Van Alst Jr. Intro by Stephen Graham Jones. Look at the cover, number one. Beautiful, so bright and gorgeous. Number two, being in Colorado, there are a lot of Indigenous people here, a lot of Indigenous folklore that is shared, and I like want to read more about it. I've met Stephen Graham Jones, who's really cool and nice, and I was like, ooh, you know what? If he endorses it, I think I'm down. And it's not that long. It seems perfect. I also, a lot of the YouTube videos that I watch from like Wendigoon and the Lore Lodge, they deal with a lot of like natural folklore, and that typically tends to be Indigenous folklore. So I'm familiar with a lot of like the general normal myths, like Never Whistle at Night is so you don't, the cover, the title, Never Whistle at Night, is a reference to you're not supposed to whistle because then, I'm pretty sure it's the Wendigoon, LOL, the Wendigo, hears whistling and then it'll come get you. That's like a thing. But I am not an expert. These people are though, and I'm excited to read their stories. That was a much bigger haul than I was anticipating. I have to figure out what the hell to do with all these. I think I'm gonna cut this video here. Thank you for joining me in putting together my bookshelves, like really going ham, going hard on the majority of the books, and then building my library with a few more. I love books. I'm very much in a reading headspace right now, and I'm gonna take advantage of it. In 2 weeks, not this upcoming Sunday, but the one after, it's Kenan and I's 3-year anniversary. And we were originally gonna try to go somewhere, but we're broke as hell because this house, you know, we had to pay a lot of money to get here and buy some furniture for it. And so instead of going somewhere, we're just gonna spend the day in Boulder, which will be nice and lovely. And I got a coupon from the Boulder bookstore for 20% off. So I think I know where I'm spending my time. I'm also gonna try to sell some of my books there. This, you can't see it, but this big old box, that's books that I meant to donate, and then it just like got caught in the crossfire. So if I can sell them there, great. If I can't, I am just gonna do a little free library search around my new area. And that is a little sneak peek at one of the videos I'm gonna be doing for Vlogmas. So, hee hee. This actually, I think, will be coming out super close to Vlogmas. So I might as well explain to you now what I'm thinking of doing. Because I don't know when things are coming out, what time. So as long as this is close, that's great. I'm committing myself to Vlogmas. I know, crazy. But I'm going to do every other day. So it's gonna be technically, what is it, 12 or 13 days of Vlogmas. So I will upload the first, not the second, and then the third, but not the fourth, etc., etc. With my last upload being on Christmas Day, I believe. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. And so my last video, you know, will be a fun little Christmas haul, Christmas vlog. And yeah, I'm really excited about it. I have watched Vlogmas literally for over a decade. Since I was 12 years old. I have been watching Vlogmas every single year, and that is just absolutely insane to say out loud. As a 25-year-old woman, I think it's finally time for me to give it a shot. And after Vlogmas, it will be officially 1 year since I revamped this channel and have been uploading consistently, which is absolutely insane. Like, as of right now, I think I have 60 videos up, which that's 1 a week, plus a little more, a little extra. And my first video, I think, back was my Christmas haul. So it will be fun. It'll be like a nice 1 year anniversary. And I'm so happy. I love making videos, and I'm so glad that this is something I've stuck with, because it genuinely is just one of the most exciting parts of my life, I think. I like documenting what's going on, and then if I'm documenting it, it also like sort of pushes me to be more creative about it and just really put a lot more thought into the things I'm doing, rather than just going day to day, work, no work, and just like, you know, tumbling through life without paying attention. So this really helps me bring the detail into the mundane, and I love it. So if you've been around for a little while, I know so many of my friends have been here since I restarted, and I appreciate their support endlessly. And if you're brand new, thanks for coming by. I'm pumped to see you, pumped to talk to you. And yeah, so this is not the end of the office. There's very much chaos. There's a lot of chaos going on around here, and we will fix it, we will clean it, as well as decorate for Christmas soon enough. So I don't know if that'll be on camera or off. The decorating will be, but I don't know if the cleaning will be, because I just need to like power through this shit at this point. But we'll figure it out. Anyways, that was a tangent. I don't know, but I love you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic whatever time of day you're in, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye.